Could you tell us a little bit about your own personal situation?
Situation is that I've been in council housing for about 4 to 5 years now. Over those 4 to 5 years, I've been moved like about 3 or 4 times, and now I'm in Love Lane, where because of the stadium behind me, the whole estate is due for redevelopment, which means potentially another move into another temporary accommodation. So essentially, I'm just trying to eradicate that constant cycle of moving from accommodation to accommodation.
Okay, so what are the sort of demands or requests of Tag Love Lane?
So, I mean, from a personal aspect, I don't think we're asking for much. Like, what we're asking for, or demanding rather, is permanent council housing. Because, I mean, like I say, like the majority of this estate is comprised of temporary accommodation tenants that Haringey Council put in here deliberately. And so it only seems right that you would house them permanently, as opposed to moving them from this estate to another estate to another estate. It just, it doesn't actually solve the issue of the demand for council housing that Haringey claims that they have.
So how many houses, units, are there on the estate?
So there's 297 units, and from our information there's about 180, maybe 190 temporary accommodation tenants, and that number's growing. So that's almost 2/3. In fact, 2/3 of the whole estate is temporary accommodation tenants. So.
And the plans being put forward, what would happen to all of those residences on this estate?
Well, according to the plan, they want to essentially eradicate all the estate that is here to make a way for a walkway from the station which is behind you and the stadium which is behind me, which essentially means that everyone in this estate will either be moved out of the borough into private accommodation, or maybe even out of the city. Unfortunately, nothing's been finalised yet, and Haringey Council failed to give relevant information, as to what will definitively happen. So who knows?
So would all of the housing on this estate would be demolished?
Yes, it will be demolished. They say that they're going to build 2,500 homes through the property developer Lend-Lease, but we are not sure whether, and we highly doubt they're going to be council houses. They're more than likely going to be private.
And what's it been like living on the estate during the period of this uncertainty?
I don't know. It's been pretty bittersweet, like, to say the least. Like, just because through the struggles of it, we've got to know our community, we've got to know our neighbours, we've actually built up a fight, a cause that we all believe in. Aside from that, I guess on a negative aspect, it has been stressful. Like, and especially like, I guess from a more personal point, like having to go through like university and like having to work and whatnot, and just general life. Like, I mean, I'm pretty young, and so it has been pretty stressful in that respect. To have to deal with life, and then the uncertainty of whether you're going to have a home in 2 to 3 years or not. It's been pretty stressful, but I guess on the plus side, it's given us something to fight for.
What about living next to the football stadium being demolished and then a new stadium being built over a period of 3 years? What's happened?
It was interesting to see, but not so interesting to be a part of. Like, just because, like, especially where a lot of the main building work was done over summer last year. And so, I mean, the thing about these flats is that naturally in the summer you're going to want to have your windows open. You pair that with the fact that Haringey Council gave Tottenham Hotspurs 24/7 permission to build, like 3 a.m. in the morning, you're hearing clanking metal, it kind of like, it really does, it disturbs your sleep, and so you wake up in the morning and the dust pollution is literally running through the whole estate, and so it's just like, it wasn't pleasant at all. It wasn't pleasant.
Are you hopeful of a positive resolution to your personal situation and that of other tenants on the estate in the next 6 to 9 months?
Yes and no. Yes, I mean, yes, I'm adamant that we're gonna have a positive outcome. I know that for a fact. Just because of the nature of the situation, i.e. the fact that Haringey Council put us here intentionally, and so you pair that with the fact that we're not really asking for much. We're only asking for what's, I guess, right, But I don't think it's going to come within the next 6 to 9 months. I think this is going to be a rather unfortunately a lengthy journey. But I'm sure there's going to be a positive outcome.
So, and you're prepared for the stress that obviously comes with campaigning and trying to find a positive resolution to the situation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't say that confidently, but yes, yes, you have to be. We've started now, and we've got the trust of so many of our neighbours. We're actually starting to rebuild a community. So, I mean, we can't stop now.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.